مر الزمان تألقا وأضاء للدنيا طريقا مشرقا وهدى من الرحمن يهدينا به للصالحات وللمكارم والتقى هذا كتاب الله أعذب منهل أنعم
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome back to the 9th part of this series of reminders where we are looking at the 40 hadith pertaining to the virtues and the rulings of the Qur'an. In this reminder we'll be looking at a beautiful hadith of the Prophet ﷺ which speaks about the vast reward for reciting the Qur'an. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, "Man qara'a harfan min kitabillah," that whoever recites one letter from the Book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, falahu bihi hasana, then he will receive a hasana, a good reward as a result of that. Wal hasanatu bi ashri amthaliha, and a good deed or one hasana is multiplied by 10 automatically for the bare minimum. La aqulu Alif-Lām-Mīm harf, and I do not say that Alif-Lām-Mīm is one harf, walakin alifun harfun. However, alif is a harf, lamun harfun, lam is a harf, wa mimun harfun, and mim is a harf as well. And this authentic hadith reported in الترمذي. This is again a hadith that we have heard many times. But let us speak about some of the things that we can take away from this hadith. Firstly, we can clearly see the immense reward that we can attain just by reciting a few verses from the Qur'an. Imagine, subhanAllah, for every single letter that you recite, you get a minimum of 10 rewards, which could be multiplied up until 700-fold, depending on our ikhlas, depending on the level of our awareness and our tadabbur and the presence of our hearts and minds. If we recited the Qur'an, remembering this point, imagine how much we would enjoy reciting the Qur'an. Imagine the next time you recite the Qur'an, say to yourselves, every harf that I recite, I will get at least 10 hasanas. Subhanallah. It would make our experience in reciting the Qur'an more enjoyable and more fruitful. The second point that we learn from this hadith is that we should learn to recite the Qur'an even though we might not understand its meanings, because a big dilemma that many of us face is that we say to ourselves, look, I cannot really understand what I'm reciting, so what's the point of me really reciting? To this we say no. Recite the Qur'an even if you do not understand its meaning. I'm not saying don't bother about its meaning. No, you should read the Qur'an with its meaning and translation, but also recite the Qur'an for ajr and reward. If we knew the amount of reward that we would get just for mere recitation, we would recite it constantly day and night. Constantly day and night. However, though, we should have a dynamic relationship with the Qur'an. It shouldn't be just for qira'ah and barakah and reward. We should have other types of relationships with the Qur'an. We should, for example, read the Qur'an for the sake of tadabbur, for the sake of reflection. So maybe, especially in the month of Ramadan, appoint a part of your day for reciting a lot of Qur'an just to gain lots of barakah from the Qur'an and lots of ajr from the Qur'an. Then have a part of the day where you maybe reflect upon 2 pages of the Qur'an or whatever is easy for you. Recite it slowly, repeat it, reflect upon its meanings, read the translation, read the tafsir or listen to the tafsir of it, etc. You should also read the Qur'an for hifz. You should also read the Qur'an for revision of your hifz as well. Also read the Qur'an with the intention of shifa as well. So there are many facets of our relationship with the Qur'an. It shouldn't be based upon just recitation, but there should be other aspects as well. So whenever we feel as though we're burning ourselves out in terms of recitation of the Qur'an, especially in the month of Ramadan, then move on to another aspect of this relationship with the Qur'an, and that will make your relationship with the Qur'an very dynamic, much more beneficial, and you find more of an eagerness to recite the Qur'an as a result of that, inshallah. I hope that it has been of benefit, and inshallah in the next reminder we'll be looking at a different aspect of the Qur'an, how it is key for the preservation of this ummah and how the Qur'an plays a key role in the revival for this ummah, inshallah ta'ala. So please try and listen to that reminder, inshallah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the tawfiq to act upon what we have learnt and to make us from the people of the Qur'an, inshallah ta'ala. Barakallahu feekum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
مر الزمان تألقا وأضاء للدنيا طريقا مشرقا وهدى من الرحمن يهدينا به للصالحات وللمكارم والتقى نور على مر الزمان تألقا.